Give the choice done before the asking out no friend or foe. Move to that friend. Join me now. To return to Galarian for more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Give to that foe, then disappear to the world wound, and I shall deal with you later. Now, when last we left it, your good friend Yorkie trapped.
Let's strike from the shadows.
Steal, escaping.
None shall escape!
That's not good. So I must avoid too close, which makes sense.
Let's strike from the shadows.
Now, I'm actually wondering.
Battles await.
Whether there is any merit in staying just to find my weapon. Or whether I should not, in fact, just leave. Well, we cannot go there because we will arouse his suspicion.
Move out.
That is the exit. Once we leave there, we are done here. What? How could you let him get away? He's escaped. Block the exits. Only one way out of here. The gates. There's a puzzle here. What to do with it? That's a mistake.
Let's strike from the shadows.
Back.
Move out.
So they start to return. I have no interest in squeezing by them. Cannot help but feel if I tried. I was right, that is not room. Right. Once again.
Let's strike from the shadows.
What? We can always come back here if need be. But for now. Let's just see what happens if we simply leave to buy a new weapon. should get your weapon while my chums cover you, or say goodbye to it.
Move out.
It's a nice enough weapon. But I cannot help but feel it's not a necessary weapon.
Head on.
Only one step separates you from freedom. Congratulations. You've just done the impossible. You've escaped from Baphomet's dungeon.
Why you?
I promise you will find out when the time is right.
Why are you helping me?
I've watched your adventures with interest, and I'm sure you are only just beginning your journey of legendary exploits. It would be a sad disappointment if your path were interrupted by Baphomet's stupid spawn.
Really?
This rat hole offers an escape from the heart of the Ivory Labyrinth. It will lead you to freedom. Many ages ago, an elven wizard desired forbidden knowledge and looked for a way to get inside the Ivory Labyrinth unnoticed. He found this tunnel, stole the knowledge he desired from the ruler of this place, then made his escape.
How do I get home?
The same way you came here. You have the demonic power of teleportation, and that is exactly how Hepzamirah was able to summon and capture you. It's impossible to use teleportation in the Ivory Labyrinth. After all, its spells were designed to keep a demon lord in captivity. But here, beyond its walls, nothing will stop you. Just wish to be in your chambers, focus on that thought, and travel.
But I cannot. My chambers are in Dresden. I should not be able to teleport there. Let's see. There is no place like home. Just worried, Sir York. You've been acting strangely lately, and your odds are cause for some concern. Please, why you? Seeing you at a best seems surprising. Quickly pulls out a sword. What is this? Demon illusion and invasion? Stop where you are, Commander. Stay away from yourself, from this creature. It's a spy pretending to be me. Erebus. Arrest him. Oh, he is a spy. Demon sent a doppelganger to kill me and take my place as commander. Cut off this fiend's head. Erebus stares at you and your doppelganger in bewilderment, trying to figure any significant difference between you. Despite the fact that your doppelganger is very similar to you, still differences. Gestures and facial expressions, the jittery nervousness give away the identity of the imposter. I am the real commander. I know all the secrets of the Crusaders. Beth, we've been through so much together. Are you really not able to tell me from an enemy? Annabeth's brow furrows as she gives the doppelganger a vigorous slap across the face. Making a terrible mistake. Annabeth's fist does a devastating effect. The fake commander's flesh turns out to be soft and pliable, like fudge. And the blow leaves an impressive dent in the cheek. The doppelganger drops to the floor. Just. Annabeth scoffs and sizes up the defeated enemy. Welcome home, Commander. What are we going to do with this? So we do with all demonic spies. Take him away and execute him. Annabeth nods respectfully. Consider it done, Commander. You did well. I swear, until I made the dent in the imposter's face, you were completely indistinguishable from one another. But he reeked of fear and lies. What's happened while I was away? A little while ago you began to behave strangely. You became very suspicious of those around you, and accused several decent knights of treason and fraternizing with cultists. You ordered a large detachment of soldiers follow a dangerous mountain route, where they ran a high risk of being ambushed. I sensed something was off. That's why I ordered the execution of all orders to be postponed until I could clarify the situation. Gamma behaved so strangely when I arrived. It's already one step away from ordering his arrest. But how did the demons manage to replace you? Where were you and who? May they preserve me. The audacity to go after the Knight Commander and the Crusader army. Hepzamirah abducted me and tortured me. Beth flinches and grips the hilt of her sword angrily. These scumbags will pay for their crimes. We will make them regret their every atrocity. Yes, we will, but in the meantime, remember, you were tortured, I were tortured. We share that in common. Really need to rest. I'll get back with us, Commander. I do need a new weapon. I'll be looking for a good scimitar. Meantime, rest.
People call you a freak. I don't know what that's like. I was the most desirable woman in my tribe. But I do know what it's like to have to hide your rage. You don't have to pretend with me.
They call me a freak, but they're really just scared because I'm different. How can I be angry at people who are scared?
I don't think she's going to listen, Wendy. Usually walks towards you with an unusual determination. She looks you straight in the eye, takes a breath to speak. For the last moment she's overcome with shyness. She looks away, releasing a shaky breath. She quietly says, "We need to talk. It's very serious. I don't want to upset you, but..." Finding her courage, Ursula meets your eyes once more. Your power is slowly turning you into a demon. That is bad, very bad. I'm sorry, but I just don't know if I can stay on your side if you continue down this path. After this outburst, Ursula lowers her gaze again, as though frightened by her own words. What's wrong with having demonic powers? What's wrong with it? Look around. Haven't you seen what demons have done to your plane? Yes, that was their choices, not their powers. At war with them, they're our enemies. Even if you defeat Discari and Baphomet, it'd even be worth it if you yourself surrender to the Abyss. What if I control the Abyss? Does that mean, are you leaving me? No, She shakes her head. The Crusaders are just cause. You're winning, the demons are retreating. Stay in your party. Ursula trails off. Understand the words she didn't have the heart to say. Why are you concerning yourself with my moral character? We have a common enemy right now. Let's kill them. Come next, we'll deal with it then. Maybe you're right, it's just shared a fraction of your power with me. Your power is demonic. Won't it corrupt me? Won't it make me go back to the way I used to be? That alone makes me want to run far, far away. That's all you wanted to say? Yes. Talking to you about this wasn't easy for me, but please heed what I have said. I'm on the path to Elysium. You are on the path to the Abyss. Nothing changes. Sooner or later, our paths will diverge. I shall watch for you. I shall indeed watch for you. Now. Enchanting the unholy symbol. Okay. Events. Coloured Crusaders. A Chilaxian lord with an escort of battle slaves wishes to join the crusade. Many Crusaders loathe slavery. They are asking the commander to free the thralls and banish the outlander. My morale is fine, I don't need to worry about that. Nevertheless, I don't need strange new troops. Get rid of them. 2,000 finance, 1,000 diplomacy. Take them by force. Slavery was shamed and banished, and his slaves were given freedom. Soldiers admire the commander's decision, but relations with Chiliacs have soured. Power. The bladesmith that has arrived in Dresden is impressed by the axe. Built the rubber goes to power. If wishes to make some improvements to the relic. Suggests tempering it through one of the techniques known to him. Can harden it. Potion of Evil. While wielding this +2 radiant weapon, whenever you confirm a critical hit, you absorb part of the magical essence. Spelling one. Care for that. Corrosive Burst and +2. While you're wielding this +2 Corrosive Burst weapon, you have a +3 bonus to attack rolls when performing an attack of opportunity. Critical threat range is doubled. Successfully land an attack of opportunity, the enemy must pass a fortitude save or become paralyzed. When you are a hit, attack of opportunity, they must pass a reflex save. Also for acid damage. Excellent +2. Once per encounter, whenever the wielder of this +2 weapon is paralyzed, staggered, stunned, petrified, or entangled, they suffer the weapon's damage. Immediately remove the effect. Honestly, none of those appeal to me, but it can be sold for a decent amount. Strengthening diplomatic connections. Financing a crusade is a costly process, and the diplomatic council has come up with new tricks to preserve the friendship of countries and nobility, sponsoring the commander's army. Wait a day for that to take place. Lost scouts. Scouts cannot work out how the demon army picks its way through advanced units to be able to suddenly attack the crusader forces. Recently, another suspicious incident took place. Some scouts did not return from their mission to explore the territory south of Dresden. More thorough reconnaissance of the region is needed. We'll then take it. Do it. Let's see what we can build. Apothecary provides +10% bonus to HP for all tradable units and joining. Archery and stables, yes. Engineer's workshop. Yes. Pathfinder. Mercenary units, yes indeed. Cultural parties arrested. It's already a safe place. Training grounds. Rather have it there. This is the maximum we can do for now. Let's just skip one day. We are under attack. This will be a loss, and we will have to reclaim it. We will take as many down with us as we can. Minor armies we had there were eliminated easily. That will not last. Commander's dream is interrupted once more by strange magic. This time everything is different. Previously the spell tried to snatch up his body and bring it to the summoner by force. This time, however, it envelops the commander softly. The spell draws him in tenderly like a loving embrace, letting him to go on a journey. The commander decides to inquire as to who is summoning him. The commander's ears are filled with the rich musical sound of feminine laughter. Images of past reappear before his eyes. As prison gloomy on the walls, a cage with a strange lock and shadowy figure hiding nearby. Its silhouette looks vaguely feminine. In the commander's head, a female voice whispers softly, "I'm a friend." Are you? In a corner filled with shadows, a little patch of darkness is born, no larger than a head of a... It's a grow, drawing close to the commander, and then it seems to leap at the commander's face, swallowing it all. The commander is sent flying through the emptiness, absorbs the void to meet the spellcaster who has summoned him. Right now I lack a weapon. I have to retreat from this. My usual weapon. Ah, we lost all our gear. Not just our weapon. That somewhat changes things.
Over there!
In fact, I would say that very much changes things. I had not realized that.
Pay attention!
So we are rebuilding from scratch. May glory be showered on your head. Your interest in the creation of demic planes is understandable. The individual has reached a certain level of power seeks for themselves a safe haven. A peaceful place for study and rest. That's why I place my hopes in your prudence. Remember that any demic plane is but a shard of one of the true planes that typically remain under watchful eye of powers that be. As such, I do hope that you haven't incurred the wrath of any of the powers that hold sway of the fringe you've subjugated. As for stabilization, alas, there isn't much you can do. Once the fragmentation and consolidation have been completed. Nonetheless, I have no doubt that you've given enough consideration to such important matters. Ensure your creation will be safe for you. Bet on it. Right.
I lead. You follow.
What is this? Maid serves our lady, does it? Who is your lady? Assume whoever summoned me.
Onwards!
I know not yet who that is. All guards. I can go through there, but it seems I can go through here. Actually, it's a knowledge world check.
I just can't. Move out.
Gaze for too long at the light of the candle in your ears. To be filled with unpleasant piercings. The only locked chest, the lock is shaped. Whatever. Looking for things I can actually use. I can talk to guess, eh?
Head on.
I can go through there. Ah, yes, things I cannot unlock. Smashing it won't give me valueless.
Greetings, mortal.
All right.
I was waiting for an opportunity to meet you in person. During our last encounter, I could not appear in my true form due to the circumstances. I did not want to risk falling into Baphomet's clutches. Here, in my palace, we can talk more comfortably.
Lady Nocticula, why did you help me escape from Hepzamirah?
Baphomet is no friend of mine, and his insolent spawn has done nothing to gain my favor. You, on the other hand, seem very promising, mortal. It would be a pity for you to languish in that prison. I expect us to form a mutually profitable alliance in the future.
Maybe.
And then you can repay me for your rescue in full.
We shall see what the future holds, Demoness. Why are you interested in me?
You are very talented. You are strong and resolute, and you know how to lead others. The moment you joined the game, the stakes changed. The defeat of Galarian, although slow by mortal standards, was once inevitable. Now, however, it is far from certain. You must admit, it is only natural for me to be curious about the person who has tipped the scales from their delicate balance.
How did you pull me here?
I summoned you. You are a demon, and demons respond to being summoned when the appropriate spells are performed. Normally, I would use such spells to summon those who have angered me, in order to make them face judgment. However, today is a far more pleasant occasion. I have invited you here to make your acquaintance.
Where are we?
We are in the Abyss, mortal. In my realm, the Midnight Isles. This is my palace, and this city, Alushanira, is my capital. You are at the very heart of my domain, and the fact that you have been allowed here is a great gift, and a sign of my favor.
I see. What do you want from me?
I have a great appreciation for your talents, but I'm not asking you to serve me. I'm inviting you to be my guest. From now on, you will be welcome in my city, Alushanira. Of course, you are not a prisoner. You will find a magic symbol in the chambers to which you were transported. It will take you back to your chambers on Golarion. If you draw the same symbol, it will bring you to my palace at any time.
We may have need of each other.
I ask only one thing of you. Do me the courtesy of not killing my servants. At least, not the most valuable ones. I would also appreciate it if you refrain from traveling to the most dangerous parts of my city. I would be displeased if your life ended because of an encounter with some of my more malevolent subjects. If you run into Hepzamirah, I recommend you avoid conflict, because she is unlikely to ever forgive you for your escape. I protected you from any new attempts to summon you to her prison, but I can't protect you from her glaive. However, I will give you a bodyguard.
Yes. The demon appears before you. He is handsome and dressed in a truly debonair style. He offers a dignified bow to Noxcula and casts an indifferent eye over you.
This is Yaz, the leader of my city's Assassins Guild. He will be taking care of you. As you can see, I value your safety highly. If you want to repay me for my kindness, I do have a suggestion. A person called Aurilu Vorlesh came to my city.
Yes.
I find her rather annoying, and her presence in my dominion unnecessary. Of course, I'm not trying to task you with killing her, but you are a crusader, and she is the architect of the world wound. I think any meeting between you would have a predictable outcome. If you decide to look for her, Yaz will help you.
Where should I look for her?
How should I know? She is a powerful spellcaster who knows how to conceal herself and hide her tracks. I could find her, of course, but right now I'm focused on more important things.
Me too.
That's why I expect you to locate her and bring me her head.
What do you personally have against Aurilu?
Her curiosity has brought danger to my lands. Let's just say, she found a treasure hidden within my domain. Now, her master's servants have flooded my isles, trying to get their greedy hands on my property. That's reason enough to tame her tongue.
Why do we need a bodyguard?
I have watched you long enough to know the kind of wild beast that lives within your heart. Your wrath can be destructive, and its howling will easily drown out the voice of reason and caution in your head. My city is a dangerous and troubled place, where many things may awaken your fury. Yaz will protect you from the dangers of Alushanira, and he will protect Alushanira from your volatile temper.
What will your patronage cost me?
Perhaps one day you will have the chance to serve me by doing something really important. Perhaps one day I'll remind you that I was kind to you, and will expect a favor in return. But today I expect nothing, and impose no obligations on you, mortal.
You have been kind after a fashion, yes. You wish on me already to serve you by destroying Aurilu Vorlesh. Questions and you might have the answers.
Let's see if you can surprise me.
What do you know about my powers?
I would give much to know the answer to your question. Your powers are very intriguing. A less experienced observer would suspect that some god is helping you, sharing their power. But I sense that the source of your power is different.
Strange emotion crossing Noxcula's face. She speaks it in fear. Some of your questions arouse anxiety within the Queen of the Midnight Isles. Do you know about the immensely powerful demons that have recently appeared in Golarion?
I have noticed their recent appearance, and some of my servants are now looking for the source of their new power. Unfortunately, they have not yet been successful. However, as a sign of my sincere affection, I will share this knowledge with you as soon as it is available to me.
That sounds viable. Baphomet and Discari, your allies? The goats of the Locust. Allies is too strong a word for our relationship. Our connection was forged by circumstance, not out of a desire to deal with each other. When the world wound opened, it tied your world to our realms. I did not join my armies with theirs, but I was forced into making peace with them. So as not to get bogged down in a tiring and distracting war. If I had the opportunity, I would have met them on terms and expanded my territories. At their expense. Nocticule indulges herself. Thin smile. Fortunately, this is not currently possible, by the way. One of them came to me with the offer of an atrocious alliance that involved conceiving little ones together. Still contemplating the specifics of my refusal. It needs to be clear and unambiguous. The ensuing laughter is deep and musical, almost enchanting. It is clear. One refusal would be for if you were to serve me, I could breed demons from you to show them that the answer is no. Skula just gives you a mysterious smile. I don't need a guard. I owe you nothing.
Did I say anything about debt and
Yes.
obligation? My young and ill-mannered friend? I simply told you how you can earn my affection. If you think I've entrusted you with an important task, you are wrong. You have not earned such an honor and a privilege.
Gunt.
Nevertheless, Yaz will look after you. Such is my desire. Do not try to defy me. But I appreciate your recalcitrance, mortal.
Yaz gives Nocticule a respectful bow, then glancing scornfully. His lip curls in an insolent smirk. Just go back to where we were summoned. Commander, it is time for you to play a more prominent role in Mendev's politics. Fortunately, the ideal opportunity has just presented itself. A conflict is brewing in the capital. A clique of aristocrats displeased with the Royal Council is scheming against Her Majesty's loyal servants. It's the usual power struggle. Something of this sort occurs once every couple of years in a civilized society. Your entrance on the political stage is long overdue. Given that your opinion in Mendev is outstandingly well respected, Royal Council has decided to make use of it. They're expecting you to publicly denounce the nobles' attempts to challenge their rule. I suggest we publicly address Her Majesty and claim that we're being drawn into an intrigue, Social. Let the Queen know that we're loyal only to her, not to any of her servants and subjects. Sounds like they're not the only ones aboard of the Royal Council. And to support the disgruntled nobles, Galfred's advisors will have too much on their plate to worry about us. Both the council and the aristocrats want to stop us supporting the opponents, right? Well, let's just get a payoff from both of them for not messing in their business. That way we can come out with a little something. Don't ruffle any feathers. So far I'm with you, Sozio. What would Galfred do for us, though? Paladins and champions could be good. Darren, what would they do? But it says, Boljev? Headhunters and hedge knights, I care not for them. Don't need that. Royal Council. Slingers and conscripts are of no interest to me. Soziel, the Queen is offering something that will encourage us to support only her. I hope our actions will remind the rest that we must all remain loyal to the Crown. About the kingdom, personal profit. Meeting is adjourned, but I'm sure that the crusade will soon require another decision from the diplomatic council. While that happens, Commander, I ask that you consider whether or not it's worth losing Royal Council. could hold a royal parade. Take 7 days and increase finance. So we will do that. Now, are we finished for today? It's time to retake Dresden. We are already in Dresden, of course. It is time to get our main army down here. Actually, the streets first. Cannot saddle up here. Actually, I have just heard from my dear lady. I must break anyway, so we'll come back to this next time. Very well.